no?
Yes, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very nice.
All the new police headquarters isn't good.
Oh, well. Do you want to? You can hang on to everything. Are you make some kids?
Madam Provost, ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome you all this morning to Caledonia House, especially today for what will be a happy occasion for us here and for the Society. May I firstly welcome our special guests, Sir Ludovic Kennedy and his wife Moira Shearer, who have very kindly agreed to take the principal roles in naming our stained glass feature. Secondly, can I also welcome someone who is special to us all, the artist who conceived and carried out the work, Liz Rowley, without whose efforts, as they would say, we would not be here today. When we were working through the project to build this new headquarters complex, it was decided early on that we should make a very positive statement about the kind of building that we wanted, and being on a greenfield site, for an organization committed to the future, just as much as it had deep roots in the past, a building of uncompromising modernity seemed to be called for, in which you see here, and I hope that you like it. To go with that, as I said, we wish to say something about our commitments to the arts by some means of linking the past with the present and the future. It was decided that the most appropriate medium would be in stained glass, and the winner of the limited competition, and there was never much doubt about it, was Liz Rowley, who it seemed to us had captured the essence of what we wished to say about ourselves as Scotland's Building Society. I hope that you like it, and I should now introduce Sir Ludovic Kennedy and Moira Shearer to you, although I know that introductions are really unnecessary. Sir Ludovic is well known to us all as an author, a broadcaster in both mediums, and above all, a very expert communicator. Although Sir Ludovic and his family had some naval connections with this area, his wife's relationship with Dunfermline is perhaps more obvious, and certainly better known. As Moira Shearer, she was the unforgettable star of Red Shoes, which must have launched many a budding ballet career. She did spend some early years in the town, where the Shearer family were extremely well known as first-class architects and town planners. You are both very welcome here, and we are very grateful for you both having taken the time to be an interest in our project. Can I, Lady Kennedy, ask you to unveil the plaque, and follow, maybe Sir Ludo, you might like to say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your kind words. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has given much pleasure to Moira to be back again in the town where she and King Charles I were born. He in the Royal Palace, she at Morton Lodge, which I'm sure many of you know. It has also given me much pleasure to be back again in the vicinity of the Firth of Forth, where my ship was stationed during the war. When the American fleet came here in 1916, the British Admiral ordered the American Admiral to anchor his ships below the Forth Bridge. And then to his horror, he saw them steaming under and past it. And when he asked what was happening, the American Admiral replied, "You said to anchor below the Forth Bridge. We have only passed one bridge so far." Those of you here today who are as old as I am, and I can't see that very many of you, will recall the response of Winston Churchill when presented with a portrait of himself by the distinguished artist Graham Sutherland, the gift of both Houses of Parliament. It is, he said, a remarkable piece of modern art. So remarkable that after his death, his family vandalized it by burning it. Well, today we have here another remarkable example of modern art by Liz Rowley, which I trust will never be vandalized. Indeed, it says much for the foresight and acknowledgement of the importance of the arts by this ancient building society, the biggest of its kind in Scotland, that for the opening of this new headquarters, they should have commissioned it. For in its celebration of Scotland's past, in so many aspects, and the closer you look at it, the more you'll see them, and in its affirmation of the present, It does once again what Sir Walter Scott did nearly 200 years ago, puts Scotland on the map, both literally in stained glass and metaphorically. This country of ours is in the process of self-renewal, beginning to flex its muscles after a long period of sleep. And you, sir, in commissioning this building and this work of art, have shown the way forward. I believe that over the horizon, the future of Scotland and the future of this society beckon and look bright.
Thank you very much indeed, Sir Ludovic, for these kind words. We have a name for the piece. It is a saying, a quotation from Andrew Carnegie, which was chosen by Liz Rowley. What Benares is to the Hindu, Mecca is to the Mohammedan, Jerusalem is to the Christian, all that Dunfermline is to me. And I think we're going to stress the last few words of that particular quotation in regard to the stained glass window.
Smile straight to the camera.
I
did the same, and then they got it Is putting all that together an engineering job rather than an artistic job?
Well, there's certainly a lot of technique involved, and it's very technical putting it together.
But you start off with a series of drawings.
I do my drawings. I first of all do the drawings, and in fact some stained glass workers don't actually put their own work together. They get technicians to put it together, but I personally enjoy making, so that I like to put my work together myself as well. I do drawings, and I do actual side drawings which are like a pattern, and then all the glass is cut according to the pattern.
But you don't actually do this. I mean, this is done by...
Oh no, I make every piece. I have